Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So I meant to post this before Christmas, but like I said, I've been busy lately. But I hope everybody has had a good Christmas, in the meantime. But so this video is here now. But so of course I heard, just like I'm sure everybody else has, that the Franklins have, announced that they are going to, go their separate ways. And it is saddening. And I know a lot of people were, shocked, and a lot of people were not, surprised. But it is still saddening. Ultimately, I just hope that, the best happens for them. Everybody just wants the best for them and for everything to be all right with them, and that everything goes okay, in their life, in their career, and what they're doing in their endeavors and whatnot. And I was looking at this situation, and I did make a video prior to this, prior to them announcing, their divorce or whatever. And there's just a lot like that, just, that I saw that I guess didn't sit right with me, things that, people said, things that I heard, things that I just saw for myself. I believe that these two compromised a lot of themselves, their personal selves, what they like, what they wanted in their lives to be with each other, because they just wanted to be with each other. And so no matter what you're doing, advice, I guess, to give, no matter what you're doing in life, if you compromise yourself to be with somebody, it's just not going to go well. Many people talked about how they weren't equally yoked whenever they first met each other, whenever they first got married, because, he was a minister and she was, an actress. He lived a secular lifestyle. And of course, he said that she loved the Lord. Although if you live a secular lifestyle, you live a secular lifestyle, and that's all that it is. And so there's a lot of people that are really quick to throw the whole, don't judge people, let people do what they want to do, let them wear what they want to wear. But, like I said, I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. This society, this world is very anti-Christ, anti-religion, anti-faith, and anti-God. Because if you look at Michelle Obama, or even, our current first lady, Biden, you never see her wearing stuff like, crop tops, really revealing clothes and whatnot. And you say, well, why? Because she's the first lady, she has to set an example. Everybody understands that, even if you don't realize it. Same thing if you have to go to an interview. You don't go to a business interview dressed a certain way. You just don't. That's just, an understanding. You just don't do that. With that understanding, I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, but people will, like I said, say that, oh, she can wear what she wants to whenever she's, a preacher's wife. Like the moment she married him, she became a preacher's wife, and whether or not she wanted to be, she was going to be an example. People were going to use her as an example. And so, like I said, people love to say, oh, she can wear whatever she wants because she's, despite being a preacher's wife. But again, I'm going to refer back to the Michelle Obama, the Biden, First Lady Biden, and the job interview example that I use. Like, everybody understands that you wear certain clothes there. You don't wear, provocative clothes there. So why is it that we think it's okay for a, minister's wife to just wear whatever she wants to? You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I'm not bashing. I'm not judging. This is something that I'm pointing out because somebody has to say it, and somebody has to stop babysitting people's feelings just because, they want to stick up for people, or, maybe they see themselves in these people, in these celebrities, and what they do, and they, want to say that, oh, people can wear whatever they want to, which they can. But again, you're going to be an example whether you want to be or not. Now, one thing I wanted to point out that I heard when Megan Good was saying in an interview, like I said, I'm not bashing her, I'm not judging her or anything like that. So I heard that she said in an interview where she, like I said, she said that she loves the Lord, and she still loves the church people, of course. Although when she got married to him, and of course she kept with her secular lifestyle, which was what she was going to do because that's what she wanted to do, they were some of the people who came at her the harshest. And like, honestly, like, if I could have told her, I would have told her that, because, unfortunately, that is how it is sometimes. I'm not saying that all church people are bad and all church people are like that, because that's not the truth. And anybody who says that is lying, because that's not the truth. But like a lot of times with, church people and the situation that she is in, they're going to come at you very harshly about the way you dress. Like, that's something that is, very, very harshly talked about, especially with women. Am I saying it's right? Of course not. It's just the way that it is. Like, it's not going to make any sense for us to just bury our heads in the sand and just be upset because it's not fair. Like, we have to see it for what it is. We have to be mature and vigilant about it. But she was saying that the church people came at her the harshest about, how she dressed and whatnot. And like I said, I could have told her that. Like, I already knew. Like, the moment I heard that the two of them were together, I already knew that, that they were going to do something. And I was hoping that he had prepared her. And I don't think that he did. Honestly, I just think that he wanted to be with her so much that he didn't take the time to prepare her for what she was going to go through. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe he did, but personally, I don't think that he did. I don't think he prepared her. I don't think he sat her down and told her, they're going to come after you. Like, he validated her and what she wanted to do. So, like I said, that's what leads me to believe that he did not prepare her. I'm going to use another analogy that I hope makes sense to everybody. But if you've seen the movie Crazy Rich Asians, which I hope you guys have seen, there's a scene where the main character, the guy that she was going to marry, who was basically rich, she didn't even know he was rich until after she started to meet his family, that he was in like a whole another tax bracket, a whole another world than she was. And when he was with his best friend, when they finally got away from everybody during, I think, his like bachelor party or whatever, and he was with his best friend, and his best friend was telling him, she's not from this world that we're from. She doesn't understand, this stuff. She's not used to going through this. Your mother's going to rip into her. And I don't know if she's ready for this. Like, don't you think that this might be a little bit unfair to bring her into this? Because what she's going to have to go through, and it's not really fair to her. And he was saying, but I love her, and like, I think she can handle it. I know she can handle it. And I love her and we'll survive. And I feel like that's the same thing that Devon Franklin did. He felt like all of his love was going to be enough to protect her from what was going to happen. And he didn't prepare her for the stuff that happened. And then it happened. And she was like, oh my goodness. Another thing that I want to point out is that she did mention that she was very career driven. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, some people, they're not meant to really be, I guess, in a relationship. Some people are. Some people might not be. She said that she didn't actually plan on getting married, or having kids. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. That's her choice. That's what she wants to do. And like, I don't think people understand, like, being career driven, like how she said, and she's been acting for a long time. She's been acting since she was just a little girl. Being career driven, like how she was, like, well, she is, and then going from working to being like a wife and working, that was a major shift to make. It was a major shift to make, and nobody really knows how things are going to go until, like, you're in it. But it's unfortunate, but that is life. That is marriage, unfortunately. Now, they did say that they believe that God brought them together, and I'm saying, I don't care what y'all say, how y'all take it. I'm saying that I don't believe that God brought them together. Like, maybe they thought that they were listening to God, but I don't think that they were. Because the situation, it's kind of hard to explain, but I don't believe that he did. Maybe they thought that he did, but I don't believe that they did. And a lot of people were saying, like, well, maybe they just outgrew each other. And there was somebody on Twitter who I saw who said basically something along the lines of, you don't just outgrow people. Like, that's not a thing. You just stop loving them, or you just walk away. And I agree with that 100%. Like, I feel like a lot of this stuff that we're like trying to make a thing, like, it's not a thing. It's just us being us. I'm not saying we can't make mistakes. I'm not saying we can't be human, but we really need to start taking marriage seriously. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, marriage sucks. No, marriage doesn't suck. People suck. Okay, marriage can be successful. It can be beautiful if done properly, and, the right measures are taken. Now, I'm not saying that, like, there aren't situations where people, they got married and they thought that they were doing the right thing. They got with the right one and it just didn't work out. It happens all the time. Again, I'm saying that marriages can work. There's a right and a wrong way to do it. Marriages can work, though. At the end of the day, I just want what's best for the both of them. I want them to both find a place in life where they are happiest, whether they are with somebody or not. I just want God's best for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And I hope that if they haven't gotten there already, that they do get there. And I hope that everything will be all right for the both of them and for everybody who has experienced, a divorce. Because people who have experienced divorces are looking at this situation, and I believe it's disturbing for them because they've experienced that. They know what that feels like. And I'm sure the last thing they would want is for somebody else to have to experience that, especially two people who are, basically celebrities, for the whole world to see them going through it, But the thing I like about it, though, even though they split cordially. They didn't, like, make it like this nasty split all over the internet. and they weren't immature about it and all that kind of stuff. Like a lot of people are when they divorce, when they're celebrities, like they split very maturely. Like, they were saying that they still love each other, they still think the world of each other. They were just gonna go their separate ways now. Like I said, at the end of the day, I just want God's best for the both of them, and I just hope that everything works out for them in the future. But anyways, you guys tell me what you all think in the comments down below.